up, guys? Before we jump into today's behind the scenes, I want to talk to you guys quickly about something you guys are obsessed about, and that is paid testing. And I get it. You guys have spent a bunch of money and a bunch of time on equipment and learning how to shoot, and you want to make some damn money back. I get it, right there with you. But before you start chasing after paid testing, I'm going to give you kind of my insights on kind of the ins and outs of paid testing and maybe a little bit of a pitfall involved with it. So what is a paid test? It's essentially any shoot where you're being hired to take pictures for a model's portfolio. And I say model because the vast majority of the paid tests that you will do will be for models. I've done a few for makeup artists and hairstylists, but it's pretty much going to be from models. They can come from one of two places, usually either the model themselves or the model's agency. Now, to get paid testing from a modeling agency is kind of the thing that you guys are always asking about. And I'll tell you that it's getting more and more difficult to get, it's getting more and more scarce, and that's simply because there's a lot of people out there willing to shoot for free who are pretty good at what they do. So before you even start to talk about paid testing, you need to really be on your A game. You need to be super consistent with your work and consistently delivering usable images to that agency that they can put in their models' portfolios before you ever even ask them about paid testing. Essentially, they have to know what the pictures are going to look like before they'll even think about hiring you. So consistency is king. I can't stress that enough. Come up with something that you're good at and that's repeatable and make that your thing. And if it's something that's marketable in your area that models need in their books, that's how you'll get hired by modeling agencies. The next way is directly through the models. If a girl hits you up on social media or in your email and maybe you don't want to shoot her for free, you could politely send her your rates and hopefully she'll book you. Or maybe if they just really like your work, they'll book you right off the bat without having to do any kind of negotiating. That's awesome. When they like your work in the first place, that makes getting paid for shooting them much easier. So what does a paid test consist of? When I do it, I usually do it in one of two ways. I do either a general portfolio update or start, which is kind of a 3-look basic package that I'll do, or I'll shoot a specific concept, and more on that in a minute. So the 3-look basic package that I'll do is usually a beauty, a body, and a wildcard fashion look. The beauty is essentially just a simple, clean, pretty, soft, lightly retouched, very minimal makeup headshot for her comp card cover. It's going to be the first picture that anybody ever sees of her, and it's super important to be. If you can shoot really good comp card covers, the agencies will love you, and models will love you. And the next one is the beauty, or the body look, sorry. And that is basically just anything that shows the model's physical attributes, whether she's curvy and sexy or she's super skinny, high fashion. Basically just something that shows off how she looks. You could be swim, it could be lingerie, it could just be jeans and a tank top. Something along those lines just to show her figure and generally what she looks like. And then the last one, I just kind of come up with a cool fashion look that sort of fits her vibe. If she's the girl next door type, really happy, cute looking, maybe go outside and shoot at sunset with her smiling, walking along the beach or something like that. If she's super edgy, maybe throw on a leather jacket and some boots, do something that looks real rock and roll, just something that fits her vibe. Now, the opposite side of the coin is shooting a specific idea. So some models are lacking specific things in their book. For instance, model just moved to Los Angeles from New York, has no swim stuff in her book, and needs some of that. So we'll go and shoot specifically some swim looks. That's easy because you're generally shooting one style. It can be real consistent across the board. You just shoot a few different looks that give some options, but just general one idea. That's awesome. If you're really good at swim or if you're really good at beauty, that can kind of be your specialty. Now, as far as what to charge for paid tests, it's a really hard question to answer, and I'm sorry, I can hear your angry comments already. You didn't tell me specifically what number to charge. I can tell you it could be anywhere from a few $100, $200 or $300, all the way up to over $1,000. But I will say that if you're charging $1,000 or more for a paid test, you A, need to be really well established, B, need to be really damn good, C, you really better nail it, and D, you probably aren't watching this video because you already know all this if you're charging that much for a paid test. But it's a broad range. You kind of just have to figure out what your value is and what the kind of going rate for paid testing is in your area and sort of go from there. Now, a pitfall to beware of with paid testing essentially, if you're shooting for models' portfolios all the time, you're not shooting a ton of images that really paint you in the optimum light that you want to be portrayed in as a talented photographer. You're shooting a lot of really basic, simple images all the time, and things can start to look the same after a while, which is kind of dangerous. It's easy to get pigeonholed as a testing photographer. Now, if you want to shoot campaigns and things like that, you need to be building a book towards shooting that. So what I'm saying is, don't make paid testing be your end-all goal. Sure, take them when they come, especially if they're from people who just like your work, because then you can really just shoot in a style that you like. You don't have to dumb yourself down at all. But don't make paid testing your ultimate goal, because the amount of money that you make off of it versus the kind of ceiling that it imposes upon you, in my opinion, is not worth chasing after it. Shoot to build a really great portfolio and develop your own style, your own thing that you're really good at. And when the paid tests come along, there'll be paid tests where they want you to shoot that thing. And that's awesome, because then you're shooting for yourself as well as for somebody else. That's the dream. Shooting something that you like and getting paid for it. So just don't sell yourself short, and don't limit yourself in terms of your style and your capacity just because you're trying to get paid testing, because you will get pigeonholed as a testing photographer. Trust me, I'm saying this from experience. So that's my whole spiel, but definitely, like I said, I love doing paid testing because I like testing. I like shooting a lot of different girls, and it's a good way to make a couple extra bucks for not a ton of work. But like I said, don't make it your ultimate goal. Really quickly, I do want to mention that I have now for sale Capture One styles. These are basically presets taken right out of my own personal Capture One library of editing styles and color toning that I really like, that I think kind of give off a cool look and a cool vibe. They're ones that I'm using legitimately in my own work. So if you like the way that I tone images, and a lot of you guys are always asking about it, I do have a package of one set of presets for sale right now. I'm doing a little bit of a discounted price for the initial launch, so check them out at www.davidpennington.net/store, and I will talk to you guys next time. Alright, so this shoot was done in the Santa Monica Mountains, and I use the term mountains really loosely, but that's what they call them here, which is in Southern California. It's actually a location that I shot a jewelry lookbook at maybe a few months prior to this, and sort of kept in the back of my mind because I liked the spot, I liked what the location had to offer, I wanted to do something there on my own that wasn't for a client. This model lived and hit me up on social media, and we've both been pretty busy and hadn't really had a chance to shoot, but wound up having a couple of hours free one afternoon. So we ran out, knocked this out really quick for a couple of hours right before sunset. This park is super heavily patrolled by rangers, though. And when I shot the lookbook here, we had a permit, but for this, I did not. So I'm going all natural light for this shoot. Shot everything with a combination of either the Canon 135 or the Sigma 50mm Art Series, which are my two favorite lenses for Canon. They're both amazing, super sharp, super fast, really nice shallow depth of field.
It is, it's huge. Person? You hang, yeah, it's kind of like grab.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Nice. Ew. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, just cheat them down as far as you can. And I'm gonna shoot everything from a pretty low angle, so that'll help stretch you out.
I love that.
Nice. Switch the backpack to your right shoulder, because I do actually like the backpack. That's cool. Put that hand on your left knee. Yeah. Awesome. We can do this without falling. Look right at me. Awesome.
Beautiful the way she is.
Yeah. Which is a whole can of worms that I don't even want to go into. Look right at me. That's cool. Bring, like, offset your hands a little more. Yeah. That's gorgeous. Face is perfect. Let the jacket fall off your shoulders and just kind of like hold it around you. Nice. At least you got long legs. Nice. She's doing okay.
And she's feeling it.
Beautiful. Take a half a step backwards. Yeah. Nice. I don't think there's a single shoot that ever goes by where I don't end up filthy.
Like kind of rolling around. With
Part of the job, yep. Come right here.
Should I do some with it up, you think, or do you think?
No, I like it better down.
Okay.
Cool. Nice. Look right at me. Put your lips. There you go. That's good. Nice. This is awesome. Yeah, you can move around as much as you want now. There's no sunlight. Yeah, exactly. Plenty far.
Oh, it's that!
Oh my god. That's cool. Alright, so there you have it. Just a fun, quick, simple shoot with Liv. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. Don't forget, I do have the Capture One presets available for sale on my website, and I will see you guys next time. We made it.
We made
Fun.
it.
Olivia, you killed it.
Thanks.
Thanks for shooting.
Thank
Where can people
you.
find you?
On Instagram,
At.
Liv May, Livmae, not like the month.
There you go. Go follow her. See you guys next time.